Hi guys, it's mrORANGEsim here. Thought I'd jump on today and play. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm an avid Sims 4 fan, have been since The Sims 1. Um, I pretty much have always loved The Sims. I played The Sims 2 a lot. I played a lot of The Sims 3. The Sims 3 came out like right, I want to say when I was 18. Yeah. So becoming an adult, graduated high school, did all of that. Um, And now, we're at Sims 4, and I still love the game. A lot of it is mainly the build aspect, but playing with storylines is really great too, and making your Sims is also great. For a fact, this is actually my family here, and this is the penthouse I made of my Sims and our cats. But I'm actually not going to be playing my Sims in this game in my live streams. I'm actually going to be playing other Sims or even maybe suggested Sims in the future and kind of just play out their storylines because I like to reserve my play by myself with my self Sims. Anyways, aside from that, yeah, we're in Sims 4 and my game, I have every single pack, expansion, kit, you name it, I have it. I've even pre-ordered the pack that was just announced yesterday. I can't remember the Adventure Awaits pack, right? It's some sort of New Zealand adventure getaway. You get to go to camp with kids, or you can even, do an assorted activities as an adult at the same camp. So it looked pretty good. It looked like it will pair pretty well with the first pack we got, the Granite Falls pack. I just feel like there's a lot of cross pack compatibility there, especially with the tents. And a lot of what I like to do in my game is like to bring these packs together and start like mixing some of the features so that it just enhances the game more, right? It's the main reason a lot of us buy these packs. So yeah, so I have all the packs, all the kits, everything, period. And the reason I state that is because I also have every single world completely filled in. I have all the lots filled in. A lot of them are from other builders or from simmers. Some of them are from me as well, where I built quite a few lots. In fact, this lot is one of the ones I built myself. Um, in fact, while we're here, we'll take a little tour, and then I will go to the managed worlds, and I'll just kind of give you an idea of, what we're playing with. So yeah, this is a lot I built forever ago, and I just continuously upgraded, expanded on, made better. Um, I want to say I completed the first iteration like 6 years ago. Gosh, long time ago. Um, and yeah, my Sims live here, so it's a very modern penthouse apartment. It's supposed to look like the rest of the building, right? It's supposed to look like it's the penthouse portion that belongs to the building. And you'll notice a lot of the buildings I have in my game are like this, like they make sense. Where they're placed, it takes sense of the lot path, everything. Yeah, you'll see. So anyways, we got this nice skylight over the bedroom and also a skylight over the bathroom, and then we have this open nesting area for like this bamboo that's on the outside of this balcony here. So here's the bedroom. Looks like my Sim's sleeping. Got some modern art. This makeup counter thing. Not that I don't think we use it, but it looked nice. Um, have a closet, the dress, and then a long bathroom here. Storage on the back, shower. We do have a tub downstairs, but I would rather have a stand-in shower. This is pretty much the same kind of shape actually and size of the same shower we have. I think the only difference is some of the walls don't go as high and we have glass on the outside. I just opted for just like a huge built-in area without a door. I just feel like it's more open. Anyways, and then we have a little living room upstairs. I love orange. That's why my name is mrORANGEsimmer. So you'll notice a lot of orange, blood orange, lighter oranges, not a neon orange, so that's too ugly, but a burnt orange, muted orange, things of that nature. You'll always see my builds. So from the living room, so you have the living room connected to this bedroom connected to the back bathroom, right? If you go down the stairs, that's where you get to the main hallway. And under the stairs, I have like storage, and I even have this kitty litter thing that works because I use a dog door right underneath the walls of the stairs, and I'm able to put this here, and they use it completely. It's awesome. And since I'm using the litter box with the laser feature, I never have to clean this. I never have to touch it ever. So it's perfect. And I just put other storage type items I want, like the love pack. What was it called? See, I don't even know because I don't play enough. But it's the one where you can put on the flirty costumes and stuff. So I have this here because it makes sense if I would want to pull that out to use sometimes, but I don't want it out all the time. And then just like a random object to make it just feel lived in. So it just feels like this is what we use for storage. So yeah, so we got that. You go downstairs, you have this long hallway, have a lot of nice art in the hallway. I love art in the game, and I use some of the art that's on the gallery that people make in quite a few of my builds as well. It just makes it feel more real when you're not using the same Maxis assets for everything. So from this hallway, you have a side balcony. You have a grill over here. There's some cat toys in here as well. But I also have yarn strewn throughout the house, like some yarn balls in some rooms. And they're color coded by the room. Like I know there's an orange one up here somewhere, or a red one, like a red blood orange, more like red. And then there's a black one in our bedroom. So the cats have toys inside too. I'm not just pushing them outside. I love my cats in real life and in my game, so I would never like force them outside all the time. Anyways, off of this hallway, we also have Austin's sleeping room. So he's a vampire. His name's Austin, and he has to hibernate because he has a weakness where he can't sleep in beds because he's a full-fledged vampire. He has most of his points filled out. So the compromise for us is he has to sleep down here, but he still cuddles in bed and he still like woohoos in bed, so that's not an issue. Um, but that kind of works out because my real partner in real life, he'll usually have different hours than me work-wise because we have different careers. And most of the time, because of the odd hours, he's up a little bit later at night to enjoy his games. He likes to play WoW. And then I'm usually like in bed with my face mask on, the eye mask going to sleep. So sometimes we're not even sleeping like at the same time. Like for a few hours for sure, like 4 or 5 hours, but not like the full 8. Anyways, into the hallway we have like this open um what do you call this casing? An open casing. That's what I know it. There's another name for this, but I can't remember what it's called. But you have these open casings here. This goes into like the sitting green room. The other one goes into the kitchen. And I kind of wanted to block this off and just make it more like formal feeling. And I felt like that was a great way to do it because really you can only enter and exit from one location. Um, so yeah, you mainly go into the kitchen, right? And you have a dining room table here, this little sideboard with this record player. Here's all the normal in-game art, but paint by reference, because I found a lot of this, some of this like surrealist paintings like these, and then like landscapes, right? Yep, surrealism. Not sure what that one was. Impressionism. So yeah, I like this mix of surrealism, impressionism, um, in this room, and the landscapes, and even just like yeah, this realism painting. Feel like that looked really good. And then I put this kitchen in, and I did like this kind of interesting background. I did tile, and it was like the first backsplash tile they ever had in a kit or a pack. I can't remember which one it was. And then I put in this pegboard in front of it too because the tile is ugly. It does not match this room. The style is not right because this is a very modern home. So I threw that in, and then it made this design, and I thought, oh, that looks really cool. That looks like some sort of backsplash, feature someone would have in a modern penthouse apartment. It's probably millions of dollars that I'll never afford, right? So I was like, okay, cool. So I did that. So that's the kitchen. It's very basic, half bath in here. Doesn't matter. There's also this like entrance from the hallway out into this huge pool patio side area. Got these murals here because we're in the art quarter, right? So we gotta, you know, match the vibe. So back to the kitchen, you go to the formal. Here's the formal. I love this piece from that love pack that I can't freaking remember right now. Some art, bookcases, some wedding photos. Our hair was different at that time because this is what our hair was at the time when I was playing this portion of the game and I got our Sims married. My partner had like this mullet thing going on and I had like my top perm. I go back and forth, but right now I don't have it anymore. I just have it as it is. And then this is the actual moment we got married. And we have, I think, is there more over here? No, we don't. Yeah, we just have these. But that's it. That's this whole penthouse. And there's a billboard on the front. And the reason being is I just wanted, I don't know, some sort of aspect of the reason why we would probably be able to afford this penthouse. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, of course they have the original brick facade here, right, in this penthouse. That's attractive. But they have this huge billboard that they just cannot get rid of. And it's for the arts quarter, right? And I feel like it just kind of fits the building, but it also is just like, oh, that's why the realtor is showing me this place because it's half of what it should be, like they said over the phone, but there's a big billboard on the front of our house. Um, Anyways, it's just more of a lore thing for me, and it works because I actually play from this side because that's how I designed it. So you pretty much are never on the other side because the main hallway with the elevators here, and then there's like a bath here, and then again, if you go upstairs, there's like the bathroom back here, and then there is a small gym back here that I use. But yeah, I don't really feel the need to play it from this side ever. I always play from over here, right? Because it's just closer to everything. The main rooms are always on this side because I don't want to play from the hallway perspective because I'm not using the hallway. And also we have this open, it's pretty much a room divider, but I use this as my railing for my stairs too. So I'm already limited if I'm playing from the other direction. So you'll notice that in most of my builds, like there's a way to play from one side of the build. You'll just feel it naturally. You'll be like, oh, it's so much more open from this side. Like I can see everything and I can play everything, right? And as I release more of these videos, because I'm going to export these to YouTube, whoever randomly decides to watch these, you'll see. Because I'll mention, oh, this is one of my builds, and then I'll explain, here's the play side. So some of these I have uploaded online to the gallery, but some I don't. Like this, I won't ever have this uploaded to the gallery because it is mine. It is my house. Um, okay, so yeah, that's me. I'm mrORANGEsim. I have all the packs. Let's go look at the managed worlds like I promised and start looking at some Sims to play because I have some storylines already built for some Sims, and I'm like, I'm not sure which ones I want to play. And I even have the bios written out. Their houses are set. They're in their houses. They have their outfits, whatnot, all the fun stuff. All right. So here's my San Myshuno. It's all filled in, pretty much. There is an exception. So I do have pretty much everything filled in the entire game. But there's like a few apartments I haven't redone because I don't really play some of these apartments, but I will be doing it in the future for sure. Oh, like this one. It's actually kind of cool. Um, so as I play, I will fill them in, but I do have like all of these apartments have been done, and these aren't even lived in. This I can put families in. It's already ready to go. Um, these I have done for the most part, as you can see. So Penny Pizzazz, she just moved into this apartment, as you can see with her boxes. Like she's just barely unpacked. It's cute because the colors match like her personality, I feel. It's very vibrant, lots of color, lots of clashing colors that make sense when you look at it together. And then we got this new sim in the game. I don't know where they came from, but in the new pack from the fairies that we installed, this sim just popped up. Or they might be from the Nordhaven pack because I just, yeah, recently got that bought and downloaded like a couple weeks ago. I lost my mic for a minute. Okay, there we go. Now, yeah, everything is filled in here. Let's look at Willow Creek. Got everything filled in here. It's actually my mother-in-law's house. That yellow house down there. But yeah, we got a lot of simmers who contributed to this file, which is nice. Then I made like this huge apartment complex and these condos, this little house over here. Um, this I made as well as pretty much this entire neighborhood. I made this, but a lot of it I didn't, obviously. That would take forever. A lot of it I got from other simmers. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure my mic's actually working on the stream. Okay. So, Newcrest, all filled in. Nice. Same with Magnolia. And now I can actually change like these two probably, actually these three buildings, now that I have the Nordhaven pack and like have people live here too. So have those be multi-businesses and have people actually live in this neighborhood. So I'm gonna do that eventually. It's Windenburg, got like this modern commercial area with, bubble tea, got a spa hotel. It's essentially a hotel, but it's, has the spa within the hotel. That's why most Sims go. Um, this Moschino Haute Couture retail store, nobody owns it. There's some outfits here. I need to put in more outfits. Just, have some variety. Art Center, the discotheque, which is redone. And we have this huge museum. I don't really go here. I just like how it looks on this island, but it looks great on this lot too. It really fits. Um, and the Von Ha estate, this really beautiful mansion here that kind of, matches the whole Tudor vibe. So that's great. We already went to San Myshuno. I don't know why I came back here, but Planet Honey Pop I'll probably go to soon. Whatever game we play. I just want to point that out because the guy who did it, Planet Kingdom, I think yes, Planet Kingdom, something like that. He did a really good job. And he did some of these builds too. So we got vampires here. Um, I have a certain individual locked away as a blood bag because he deserves it anyways. With Count Vladislav, so I felt that made sense. And I also have some like succubus. That's what the colored vampires are. They're like succubus. Um, yeah, and we got this vampire family. I can't remember them. Oh yeah, the Vitor twins. They're here, of course. And we got a cemetery here now. I think that came with the death pack. Brindleton Bay. There we go. Johnny Zest lives in this penthouse here. Um, Essentially, I refixed the family connections for the land grabs because the land grabs own pretty much most of the rental properties in the game. It's kind of funny because like if you rent one of these properties, like one of the land grabs is your landlord, and I feel like that made total lore sense. So yeah, they have this penthouse too. It's not really a rentable property, right? It's made by Mr. Oakland or something like that. Um, and yeah, so Johnny Zest essentially after he got disowned by his mother, he has a better relationship with his father, which would make sense because the father doesn't have the evil trait. Nancy does. He fled to one of their penthouses they have is kind of the lore I have in the game for why he's over here now. And also because the neighborhood that he was living in is the neighborhood I redone, and I completely filled it in with my own Sims. That's also the other reason. So he's here, normal lots, very coastal. This country club, this huge, Hampton type style home. Um, you know, Makes sense. And then we have this vet clinic here by Marmalade. She did a really good job. Oddly enough, I had to like replace it down a few times. If I go here with my cat and the cat's sick and there's no vets, I notice I have to like exit, replace the lot with the same exact lot, and it like resets it so that it's not missing vets. That's a known issue, but just FYI. But yeah, this is filled in, of course. Let's go to Del Sol Valley. So here's Del Sol Valley. We have this whole commercial area here. I love this Plumbog Pictures museum. It's really awesome. It's essentially a museum dedicated to, movie making. Awesome, right? Um, I can't remember the simmer who made it. They're on the gallery. They have a few stuff, but they're not super well known, if I can remember. I have the new Starlight Movie Theater, which is just a better movie theater than like what was here before. Um, and then this club, which is really cool. I love this club. Also Llama Lagoon skating. This is an awesome place to go for rollerblading, right? And I could even change this type from a bar to like a different, the small business type lot, and then change it to like B just for skating. But I kind of just will leave it as it is now because I just barely got that pack, barely filled in those worlds, and I don't know if I'm wanting to make a whole lot of crazy changes yet because I don't know if all the bugs have been fixed in those packs. So we'll get there. Anyways, commercial area is really nice. We have this nice, like multiple mansion types area. We have this classic Hollywood-esque, Judith Ward lives in the bigger one now. I moved her from over here, and she even has an odd twin. And pretty much it's based off of the substance. I updated her bio and made like a twin of her that's younger, and the same exact her who's also trying to get in the music industry, right? So if you've ever seen the movie The Substance, it's nominated for so many awards. I think it already won a Golden Globe. Probably will win an Oscar. It's up for like 5 Oscars, rightfully so, because it's just so good. Yeah, you should watch it or just look it up. So got her there. We got this like vampire type mansion. No one lives there, but someone could. And then we have this modern, mansion over here that has the Bailey Moon Sims that came with this pack. And then we have these, typical Valley Californian homes. Love them. We have one that's more Spanish style, and then we just have more like suburban, but that you usually see a nice mix of that together. So yeah, Del Sol Valley, Strangeville. Will be quick. It's filled in. Not very interested in this world. I don't play this world ever. I don't play this. I might in the future in a storyline. We'll see. I just need to have a specific sim that makes sense, if that makes sense. So yeah, the only thing that's interesting here is the pool. There's a Sunset View motel pool. So this is great for, your single sims. Thank you, Love Pack, for the singles hangout trait, because this just makes sense. Like this is where you would go swim, and then if you find a sim you like, maybe go visit one of the motel rooms. Okay. So now Sulani. I love Sulani. I go on vacation here often. So have it all filled in. I think one of my favorite lots is actually this conservation center that's near the volcano. It just makes sense. And it's really cool. It's just kind of like a science center, nothing special or anything like that. They have a telescope. I'm not sure what you would do here, but one of the lot challenges is the volcanic activity lot challenge, and that's perfect. It's awesome. Like maybe they research seismic activity here with volcanoes. I don't know. I just thought this was cool. Came from a YouTuber simmer, but yeah, it was so unique for this area. Also, we have this shipwreck, with the island spirits, of course. We have these vacation rentals. It's nice because there's multiple little huts, so you just essentially rent the whole, lot out, and you can have multiple families come here at the same time together, and it's a lot easier to just control. So yeah, we have that. We have, typical beach type. I don't know what style. You got modern, and then you just got like the beach house type style. So you got that here. This kava juice bar, this clothing optional beach, under the sea karaoke, which has been updated. And then we have this nice restaurant on the sea. We have a nice cafe on the sea. Some more homes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Glimmerbrook is filled in, obviously, so here it is. This little park is cute, this greenhouse park, and then this bar is just pretty much an updated, better version of the bar that was there. And then just brownstone, you know, old Victorian-esque mansions. Oh, gosh, there's so many. I forgot. Okay, here's Brightchester. Pretty standard modern, facilities. I kept it pretty easy. There, like on this side, there's only university housing, right? And then you have the commons. That's it. I mean, I didn't want to put like an apartment or a house over here. All the apartments are located central. That makes more sense to me because if this side is the Foxbury Institute, why would they allow a private developer to come in and put apartments? It doesn't make sense to me. So all of this is university housing. If you go on the right side, you're on, Brightchester side, it's all university housing. And there's a variety. So it's like if you don't want to live in like the main type dorms that feel like dorms, there's these little units that, give you more space. Same over here. These will have like little units pretty much. I think there's eight. There's eight total units. So we got that going on. We got these, row homes here. It just makes sense. Oh, and this cafe. This cafe is fun. It's a cat hangout and a singles hangout. Added the singles hangout because university makes sense. And then central, we have the library. And yeah, that's it. Very simple, straightforward. We'll play Brightchester. I actually sent one of my Sims to university, and I'm glad that he has a degree in the background he's in, engineering, because it fits the story narrative. And I like making Sims that start fitting their own narrative. So I'll have to send someone to university and they'll have to do something and then get in that career. Here's Evergreen Harbor. Pro tip, not that I'm sure many people will watch this, even if I post it to YouTube, but do not do any of the neighborhood action plans that upgrade the looks of these neighborhoods since like 2003, maybe sooner or later than that. I mean, like 2001. There's been a problem with glitching happening when the assets change, like for the apartments. Even the green development, like the little decorations in the neighborhood, where it will just glitch out and it won't properly switch over. Completely destroys this entire world in the save file. And the reason I'm saying that is because I was working on filling all my worlds in like a while ago, way before I'm doing this video now. And that happened, and I had to start from scratch and take all my lots, download them to the gallery, go into a whole new save file, and replace everything. Same with all the Sims I made, and that almost killed me. I almost just completely stopped playing this game. But I'm glad I didn't, because now I'm here, and I'm really happy with my save file. Anyways, yeah, so we got our apartments, we got some, condos, we got this great maker space here with this little tower. It looks really good in the neighborhood. Got a bar at this old like canning factory. It looks really awesome. And then some modern like crate type places or homes. A restaurant. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Oh, and then this quarry, which is actually a quarry, and it's a pool, so that makes sense. And it looks really cool. So yeah. Oh my. Yes, I forgot so much. Okay. So pretty straightforward. I mean, I don't even think I switched these Reynolds out because they worked already and I was pretty happy with them. I think I just added like the private dwelling lot trait so that, you're left alone on vacation. That would be really nice. But yeah, pretty standard. We have this ice rink park up here, boba tea. Down here we have the onsen. We got this little temple park that has like shrines you can, pray to in it. The shrines came from the get the rent pack. I can't get to rent. No, gosh, see, I can't remember the pack names, but the rent pack. Anyways, we've got a restaurant over here. We got a cat cafe over here. This dog museum. It's like a dog shrine, it's a Shinto shrine. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my gosh, only 11 more. Actually, wait, I didn't think about special neighborhoods. Gosh, I got more than that. Anyways, yeah, Henford on Bagley. I only filled in the lots that were kind of empty and replaced a few, and then left a lot of the other ones as is because I don't play here. But if I do, I will most likely probably come to this bar. That makes sense. Or we're going to come to this community space, which looks really cool in world. You can't see, it's like, it is green ground. It's like a park. I don't understand why it doesn't register that on some lots, if you notice, but that's pretty much it. It's like a forest out here. I think that was always there. Yeah, I don't remember. Tartarosa. Yep. So we have like residential in here. We have one rental. I don't feel the need to have more than one rental in this world. We don't really need that many in a world, if that makes sense. Um, because then you're just taking away lots that you can use for other stuff. And I need to house the Sims that come with the pack too. Because I like to keep them around. I just don't like to play them. And eventually, if they get cold, I'll just replace them with like a better version of themselves from the gallery that some Sim did a makeover for, or Simmer made a makeover for. But I like to have them in the game. So yeah, we got this lounge here. This is actually where my partner and I got married. We have this other nude beach that just kind of makes sense for this kind of world. And then some homes, another restaurant back here, and then a wedding venue. So you can get married at this lounge or this wedding venue, or I mean, even at this park. This park is really cool. Or even the restaurant, I guess. I don't know if you actually can get married at a restaurant, but this place is pretty cool. I like how it came or it turned out. So here we got this like old fire watch tower. It's a tiny home, residential. The leader of the Wild Things used to live here, and I think she got cold. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to put her back in the game, and I hope it registers her as the leader again. It might not. Lou got cold too, because I put them together in a household and just put them in here. So I'll have to get them back. Back here we have the collective cabin, so all the collective people live here. And then like the one exception is the girl that runs the gas station, Lopez. She was running the bar, but now she runs the gas station. So, yep, see, there's Wilder. So there's some werewolves that live here. I'm gonna get Lou and that other girl back here. Um, and then yeah, this gas station's really cool. It's a retail lot. Like you can actually buy stuff here. The only human that came in this pack runs the gas station. That makes sense to me. There's this really cool library, and it has like an underground area that's, I feel like, for the werewolves themselves is really cool. And then this really cool bar that used to be a huge factory. So yeah, looking really good there. Copperdale. You got updated high school auditorium. Something I noticed, I wish they would fix this, the Sims 4 team, is they didn't do the lot overlap overlays correctly. So if you have a two-story high school, and a lot of the high schools on the gallery are, it's going to always be underneath the auditorium in the worldview. It's so annoying to look at. But I'm sure one day they'll fix it, so I'm just ignoring it because this high school set, an auditorium set, because there's four of these auditoriums, amazing. Can't remember who made it. I think it's Schnuck. I have a few for stuff in my game, so got that. Some, standalone home rentals. This oh, not cat cafe, but a cafe. Bubble tea thrift, of course. Got a library. Got this more mountain-esque home. Love this. And we got these like kind of Cape Codish homes, I guess, right? Uh, kind of suburban homes. And then you got this huge park that has like an underground cavern, a mining cavern you can explore. It's really cool. All right, I never play in Copperdale. I don't play teens. I play young adults. I play people my age. And I also don't play a lot of families. So just warning, most of my content is gonna be geared towards like, adult Sims, childless Sims, just more of that play type. Like we're gonna be going to bars and stuff and like actually doing, rest stuff in restaurants, and that's so hard to do if you have kids, even in this game. Like, it's a pretty good simulation of real life. Look at that. So, San Sequoia, we have this really cool water park. It's an indoor water park, so you can go there, during winter. It's pretty awesome. Got a karaoke bar, cafe, restaurant. Over here we have some rentals. These are really cool. Yeah, the guy land grab, Malcolm? No, whatever his name is, Gregory. He owns these ones, and then Nancy owns a different set. So she likes to own a lot of the less modern, more traditional rentals, and um, Jeffrey, whatever, the land grab father dude likes to own all the modern type stuff. Just, I don't know. I like to put that division, but also it's nice if you have one sim living in a certain apartment in some world and another sim living in an apartment in a different world. They still have the land grab landlords, but they might get Nancy or Joffrey. I think it's Joffrey is his name. But anyways, yeah, that's there. We got this really cool electric charging station, also a retail lot. So I only have two, no, I have three gas stations in the game. Two are retail lots, one is a cafe. Yeah, the other one is in Strangerville. So we got that. We got this cool gym. It's pretty much a track and field, but underneath there will be a gym. I don't have it completely filled out yet. That's why I have work in progress here. In fact, okay. I was going to put parentheses around it, but I can't. That's okay. But there's like two builds in this game that have that, and it's because I need to go in and finish them, if that makes sense. Everything else is operational, so. Got this modern mansion here, some just modern mixed, homes, not super interested, but most of these are pretty nice regardless. And yeah, as you can see, all the Sims that came in the pack live here because they need to. Because there's nowhere for all of them to live with all these commercial things over here. So that's why we have the apartments over here. So if you really want to live in this world, we would go live over in the apartments. All right, so San Sequoia, great. We only got a few more. Chestnut Ridge will be quick. Farms, okay, cool. Not super interesting. Some are original, some are replaced. We have a recreation center. This is where you take your horses to train, I guess. Yeah, that's essentially what that is. I don't do horse stuff, so I don't know. Not super interested in it, but you can train your horse here. This I'm interested in. We have this nightclub. It's like a huge old converted barn. Awesome. I will be using that. We got this restaurant. We got another bar, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is just farms and stuff. It's not interesting. Oh, we do have this cabin rental. So that will be fun. Also, it's wild foxes. No, wild prairie grass. Okay. That wild prairie grass challenge, I'm kind of curious what that will do during a stay at the vacation rental. Tomarang, a lot of mixtures of, like we got this park, we got a rental here, and we got a rental over here. I wanted two different flavors, so we got these like stilt dwelling rentals, look really cool. And then we have this more resort-esque rental, and also this is, or yeah, vacation rental, and also it's clothing optional because I thought, that would be kind of cool for that. Other than that, we have like traditional homes. We have these two modern homes on this little island here, right? So we got all the traditional on this side, modern over here. And then in town, you have these more rentals, but they match the town, right? This is the type of buildings that are in town. So it all fits, all kind of makes sense. Yeah, so that's Tomarang. I know in Spanish that's city. Amon, oh gosh, I'm really bad at saying that. Emonarada. I can't say that. But this Love Pack City world, what have you? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We do have this subway and shops, and this is pretty cool because there's like actually a subway in here at the very base. Like there's trains and like the platform, and you can wait. But then there's like a cafe. That's usually why I come here. There's a nice little cafe upstairs in the main atrium. So got that. We got this penthouse here, this penthouse here. They both match the buildings. As I said, I like to have the penthouse make sense. Some simmers just do this really crazy design on the top and it looks horrid. Looks like it belongs on some other building somewhere else. I can't stand that. So yeah, the penthouses here match the rest of the building, especially in the neighborhood view. In fact, we'll probably see that because I kind of feel like I want to come to the subway and have some coffee. Yeah, that feels like something I want to do. So, got the gym over here, nothing super special. We got this like pool again, like this motel pool. So pretty much like the motel pool we have in Strangerville. So you can come here, go to the pool, find someone you like, maybe you head it off, maybe go visit a bedroom. I don't know. Just depends. Here I put this park. I tried to figure out like library, all these different things. I didn't want to build it myself, so I was looking on a gallery, could not find a single thing. There was like some apartments I found, but I'm like, I don't want to overload this world with just more apartments. Because we already have a few houses that are still open. We have, two over here. I changed this to a vacation rental, so that's out of the picture, but you still have this penthouse over here. So that's like three empty buildings already. So I don't need more of that. We needed a park, so I put this in. And then down here we have a restaurant, right? I think this is just normal house full of, all of the roomies. So this is multiple Sims that came with the pack, but they're not related, right? So when that happens, I rename them to roomies to kind of keep it with how the Sims team used to traditionally name these households. I don't know why they deviated from this. I feel like it started happening during The Sims 3. So I also like fixed a lot of like the way the pack Sims have been organized to just make more sense. So anyways, that's that. Ravenwood. Okay. This one I recently finished. Some of the lots I left as is. I think this came with it. The gnomes one, I just did not care. This one I'm not sure. I can't remember. But some of these I did change. Like I changed the cafe here. This library is new. This huge wedding venue chapel is new. It's beautiful, right? The cemetery is definitely new. This huge castle museum is new. This nightclub, right? So a lot of it's changed. Some of it has stayed the same because I did not feel the need to change it. Yeah, Nordhaven. I think there's one empty lot here because I'm working on finding or building something that works here. And also, I have this like modern mixed residential business lot here, but I might change this. I'm not sure on it yet. I think I want this to be more of the traditional row buildings in Amsterdam, right? That we kind of have like right here, just so it makes more sense. But yeah, we got a cafe over here named Coffee Boom. I know there's another cafe named Coffee Boom. I think I'll just make them own this and I'll change the type from a cafe to a small business, but didn't really want to do that yet. I just want to see what lots I put in here because these three are under debate. I might change these, or I might even change this restaurant out. I'm not sure. We got this modern museum, or not modern museum, but Const Modern, has a lot of art, you know, galleries in it, different gallery types. It's really cool. So there's like actual themes to their different galleries, like an actual art museum would have. They even have like a bike museum, which was really cool. So yeah, I got that. Recreation center, this other nightclub, right? I got this lounge as well. So these I really love. This fit in this neighborhood perfectly. I threw in this park here. Yeah. And then I didn't do anything with this world yet, actually. Nothing at all. Because I don't know how I feel about this pack. I got it because I want any features that it comes with, just in case in the future I want to play a fairy, but I might not really play this for a while. The only thing I changed in this world is I fixed the tree rotations, because something else that really bugs me is sometimes the trees clip, like there's a big cut out square from the tree if it overhangs the lot too much, and it just cuts it off and makes it very abrupt looking. So I'll go in and I'll fix the tree size or rotation so that the whole tree is generated in the picture profile. Because when I'm in world view, I don't want my immersion to be broken like that. Like I want to feel like, oh, okay, like I'm playing in this world of the Sims games. So okay, destination worlds. You only have the two because you can't really do much with Batuu. So got cabin rentals, quite a few, three. We got this park here, this restaurant, and then the national park. So we might change one of these in the future, but we have a single A-frame home, double A-frame, and then these glamping domes. These like glass domes are really cool. But yeah, it's always fun to go here camping. Salvadorada. It's also updated, of course. We have this huge museum. We have this like resort bar and spa. Lots of stuff you can do here. It's pretty much like a gated like mini village. There's like little huts too that look like homes. It's really cool. Got a restaurant. We got these old ruins. There's actually a pool. So that's really nice. You go in here and it looks like this like old like sanctuary type place. Maybe they did like sacrifices there. I don't know. And then we got these huge rentals. You got a modern rental, and then you got this big rental. So if you have multiple Sims, um, you can come here. And usually you want to come here with like multiple couples, like two couples. So also over here we have this national park, which is actually base camp. So you can like stock up on supplies and stuff, or even like camp here for the night, get something to eat, and then go into the ruins because this is right at the base trail for the entire forest. So this is a great place to stop off. But yeah, there we go. Finally got through it. Oh my gosh. So for those of you who watched that all the way through, thank you. For those of you who don't, it's okay. Just know that, yeah, we got plenty of lots to play with. Okay. The next step we have is looking for someone to play. I might just explain some of these. So these are NPC sims that have the NPC job assigned to them. So like the DJ headliners, these people are supposed to show up for the DJ headliner job role so that your game is not constantly generating new sims for every freaking role constantly. This is supposed to help that. Essentially, there's simmers out there who use MCC, the command center, to assign them the NPC jobs, and then they upload them to the gallery. And as long as you place them in your world and evict them immediately, like you don't play them, they usually actually fulfill those roles. It's awesome. There's only a few times I'll have to re-download them and put them in the world. And it's only when I notice like they stop doing their NPC job, but it's not super often. All right, so let's look for. We got this storyline we can play. So DJ Soul's first name is synonymous with his profession, a famous disc jockey known for his enigmatic beats, which is what initially drew Roman Mercer in. So DJ's on the left, Mercer's on the right. Initially drew Roman Mercer into DJ's mystique. Yeah, it seems DJ may be hiding something under all those layers of collected cool. Is DJ's name even DJ? Is his persona all for show? Hopefully Roman's knack for Zen-centric self-care can convince DJ to truly love himself. The self that isn't named DJ, that is. So essentially this guy, his stage name is DJ Soul, and there's actually some lore about this DJ in the game. There's a whole poster dedicated to him. He wears the helmet thing, the glow-up helmet. Anyways. So yeah, he's very into his persona. He's very into his work. Awesome, that's good. But it might be overshadowing, him himself, like him working on who he is as a person outside of that role. And Roman Mercer is like his new boyfriend, who is that self-care specialist. He's like a spa therapy self-care specialist type of person. So does a lot of yoga, things like that, meditating. And I felt like that would be a fun storyline to like ground DJ into a more well-rounded sim. So you got that. You got Hewitt here. So Brian Hewitt, a best-selling author, has written some of the finest sci-fi in this millennia, often citing the completely fictitious world of Sixam in his works. Brian produces new books referencing this fake world at an alarming pace, suspiciously so. Another odd aspect of Brian is his pets he refers to as cats. One is a raccoon for sure, another a ferret perhaps. Some even cited an otter running around his condo. Something is off about Brian, as if he's from another planet. So it kind of makes sense. He's, not every sim knows when a sim is an alien because they use their disguises. You just know because in the managed world's view, we always see them as aliens. I wish they would change that. But yeah, he's a best-selling author. He writes about sci-fi, about 6am, and all these Sims who don't know about aliens are like, wow, this world's so deep and complex and, interesting. And, he's just literally writing about where he's from. So it's pretty funny. And he's trying to fit in as a real, Sim, not an alien. So he's, got his job, he's writing books, he does his things. He got cats because he's like, that's what Sims would do. They would get pets. And he doesn't realize these are not cats, right? So that's kind of his storyline. So we could play him or them. I'm going to save this guy. We got Jacobs. We got quite a few. I just don't know who I want to start with. I got this guy, but yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. I'll kind of just dissect my game into pretty much close to hour portions. And that's so I can have a break and drink some water so I can actually speak for the next portion where we select one of these families I made with these, interesting bios to actually play the game. So we'll kind of just treat this as more of an introductory portion of the series that I'll begin, kind of explaining what we have running in the background, these NPCs that we have in our game that will show up, the fact that we have all the worlds filled in and we have all these cool and interesting lots to visit. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Thanks anyone who's going to be watching this later on YouTube. I'm going to start uploading these. And then once, we choose a family, we'll just have like the Hewitt family playthrough, I guess you would say. They'll have multiple series of the same thing. We'll just kind of play through. And eventually we'll get to the part where, like for Hewitt here, he'll probably come to accept the alienness of himself more. Maybe in the future he gets like an alien pet and he starts telling everyone he's an alien. And instead of writing science fiction, he would start writing biographies about him being an alien. So we'll adapt and evolve, their storylines as we go. So yeah, thanks for watching.